bow break, let it come down, crash. Let the sun fade out to a dark sky. Can't say I'd even notice it was absent, 'cause I could live by the light in your eyes, unfold before you what I've strung together, the very first words of a lifelong love letter. Tell the world that we finally got it all right. I choose you. I will become yours and you will become mine. I choose you. I choose you. There was a time when I would have believed them if they told me you could not come true, just love's illusion. But then you found me and everything changed, and I believe in something again. My whole heart will be yours forever.
welcome everybody to Courtney and Brian's wedding. This is such an exciting day. We're so happy to be here. At the beginning, I would like to introduce Courtney's mom and dad. If you would stand up, please. We're going to give you a little round of applause for raising such a wonderful daughter. And Pat, Courtney, if you would stand up, please. You and Rich, your late husband. A wonderful job with this guy. Thank you very much. And then, how about a round for the bride and groom? Oh, yeah. You know, that sounded like you were applauding your 8th grade son graduating. Could you do that once more? That's better. Have you ever seen a sharper group of groomsmen and bridesmaids? I think we better give them one too. So we're so excited to be here. This is going to be so much fun today. We're going to have a couple of readings, a beautiful song, and then we're going to go into the marriage ceremony. So right now, Kimberly, I'm going to call on you to come up and do the first reading, because I know you want to get it out of the way.
The art of marriage. Happiness in marriage is not something that just happens. A good marriage must be created. In the art of marriage, the little things are the big things. It is never being too old to hold hands. It is remembering to say I love you at least once a day. It is never going to sleep angry. It is at no time taking the other for granted. The courtship should not end with the honeymoon. It should continue through the years. It is having a mutual sense of values and common objectives. It is getting together, facing the world. It is forming a circle of love that gathers the whole family. It is doing things for each other that not in the attitude of duty or sacrifice, but in spirit of joy. It is speaking words of appreciation and demonstrating gratitude in thoughtful ways. It is not looking for perfection in each other. It is cultivating flexibility, patience, understanding, and of course, a sense of humor. It is having the capacity to forgive and forget, and in giving each other an atmosphere in which each can grow old.
Thank you, Kim. That was very pretty. Kelly, you're next.
His hello was the end of her endings. Her laugh was their first step down the aisle. His hand would be hers to hold forever. His forever was as simple as her smile. He said she was what was missing. She said instantly she knew. She was a question to be answered, and his answer was, I do.
I don't know if is that me or not, but now we have a wonderful song. If the singers would come up and stand at their microphones, this is a real treat, and thank you two so much for being here today.
Of course.
In a world of dreams, speak the language of love like you know what it means. It can't be wrong. Take my heart and make it strong, babe. You're simply the best, better than all the rest, better than anyone I ever on your heart. I hang on every word you say. Tear us apart. Baby, I would rather be there. Each time you're leaving us, we're losing control. Like you're running away with my heart and soul. I can feel you, baby, even when I'm alone. Baby, don't let go. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone. Anyone I ever met. And I'm stuck on your heart, baby. I hang on every word you say. Tear us apart. Baby, I would rather be dead. Ooh, 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 simply the best.
So, in addition to performing this important ceremony, my side job is to tell you a little bit about how Brian and Courtney met and how they got to this point. This was a lockdown love story, and Courtney and Brian met through the internet, the vagaries and mysteries of internet dating, the uncertainties, the bumps in the road. They were studying their profiles, each independently, on a dating site. And you know about profiles, or maybe you don't. Personal profiles on dating sites are not that reliable. They're not that believable. And sometimes they're not even all that truthful. But Courtney and Brian saw something in those profiles of one another that they liked, and they decided to meet for a drink only. That's what you always say, you know, for a drink only. It's your escape hatch, just in case. They went to a little restaurant, the Elephant and Castle in the Glen, not far from here, figuring it'd be 15 or 20 minutes, and, you know, we'll see what happens. 8 hours later, they were still there. They had their drink, they had dinner, and they talked. They talked and they talked. Who knows? Who remembers what they talked about? But the fire was lit, the spark was lit, and they stayed together ever since. You remember the lockdown. You remember the quarantine. In fact, work was on hold, school was on hold, sports were on hold. You were locked down with who you were with at the time the announcement was made. You remember there's a YouTube video called B, with a very serious man in the picture and a more serious man off to the side, off camera. And the voice off camera says to the man on camera, because of COVID, you're going to be quarantined, but you have a choice. Do you, A, quarantine with your wife and child, or, and the man in the picture in the video goes, B, I'll take B. Courtney and Brian picked A, and they were together through this quality time of lockdown. They went on driving excursions, drove through, drive-by Halloween, adventures, I should say, watched television, I like to say Desperate Housewives of Salt Lake City, art, they rode bikes, some of them ate peanut butter cups, some of them ate chocolate, and they spent a lot of time talking. They filled out their profiles, the profiles that had been on this dating site that they'd looked at months earlier now became complete, and they fell in love. It was quality time, it was together time. Brian said, you know, it felt like we were retired. Brian's feelings for Courtney deepened, as did Courtney's for Brian's, and can be summarized most accurately in the lyrics of a song that David Grohl, which is Brian's favorite composer, singer, wrote. I'll read them to you. If everything could ever feel this real forever, if anything could ever be this good again, the only thing I'll ever ask of you, you've got to promise not to stop when I say when. This went on for months. Of course, card games were one of the big things that they did in the lockdown, in addition to television and riding bikes and the other things that I talked to you about. So one day, February 12th, as a matter of fact, we won't forget that date, Brian said to Courtney, hey, let's play cards. Uno was their game. Let's play cards. Well, that was nothing unusual there. But then he said, say, Courtney, why don't you get a manicure for today? Well, that put Courtney on high alert. Not the card part, but a guy saying, go get a manicure is probably going to be the last time that Brian suggests that to Courtney. But she was on high alert. Not only went and got a great manicure, but she told me freshened her makeup. Brian found a blank Uno card and wrote on it, will you marry me, and put it in the deck. Oh, great, right? But of course, then you have to play the whole game, hoping that the card comes up, and they slog through the game, and Brian's attention was not there, but his attention was on where this card is going to come, and he ended up drawing it himself. At the end, he said, well, I guess I'll play my final card, and put down the will you marry me card, not a printed card, but in his own handwriting, and then went down on one knee and proposed. Throughout this time, Courtney, of course, fell in love with Brian and dreamed about being with him and dreamed about her friends sharing their joy. And just like I quoted the lyrics from Brian's favorite author, songwriter, John Lennon is Courtney's. And John Lennon wrote in one of Courtney's favorite songs, you may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will be as one. That's the lockdown love story that we're celebrating today. And we're so happy, Courtney and Brian, to be able to join you in your dream coming true today. And we're so happy that we're here at the end of one adventure and at the beginning of a new one. So now, without further ado, I think we'll start by your personal vows. Courtney and Brian have each written personal vows to one another. And Brian, if you would read your vows to Courtney.
Courtney, it started with our 8-hour Match.com first date. And you saying, feed me, or this is over. So we ate. I didn't want the night to end. I didn't want you to leave. We found we had so much in common, and the conversation was fluid. I knew then I met my best friend and my future wife. I love that we believe completely in each other. I promise to be there for you always and to always have your back. I'm grateful for how you always support me, and I always strive to support you because I want you to achieve everything you ever want to do. I love when we laugh together, so I promise to try to make you laugh when you're feeling down. I promise to love you and be your faithful partner, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer. When the White Sox are winning and when the Cubs are losing, and vice versa. Courtney's a Sox fan. I love how kind you are and how you include everyone and how you make me feel so special. You are the most beautiful woman inside and out that I've ever met. I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you. I love you so much.
That was really good. We might have some redundant things. Okay.
We're meant to be. Brian, I've been dreaming of this day since I was a little girl, and at many points in my life, I didn't know if it would ever happen for me. Oh, here we go. But everything changed that one day I met you at Elephant and Castle. You started off the date by telling me that you were a very quiet and a very shy person. Then you proceeded to talk for 8 consecutive hours. We immediately had great conversation, witty banter. I felt like you immediately understood the woman I was when I said that either we had to cut the date short or we needed to order food. You immediately grabbed the menus and said, I guess we're ordering food then. A guy that could hold a conversation and understand that I have to eat every couple of hours as a hungry Italian, you were way too good to be true. Towards the end of our marathon first date, you said something to me that I'll never forget. This sweet elderly couple was seated next to us at the restaurant. Mid-conversation, you held my hand and whispered to me, that's going to be us in 50 years. Little did I know that you were right all along. Whew, sorry. I only wish I met you sooner. We always talk about how many times the girl from golf crossed paths with the guy from Morton Grove. I'm sure there were plenty. I'm sure, but as you always say, we found each other exactly when we were supposed to. I found my partner, the love of my life, my biggest supporter, the calm to my storm, and truly I found my person. Brian, you are truly my dream come true. We have so much to look forward to, and I can't wait to experience it all together, side by side. With this, I'd like to make a few promises. I promise to always hold your hand. I promise to always be your biggest cheerleader. I promise to always slow dance with you in the kitchen. I promise to never watch a new episode of our new shows without you, especially ones like The Bachelor, which you claim to hate yet know every cast member by name, and you eat up the gossip just like my father.
That's true.
It's true. I promise to always remind you of your worth. I promise to always be in your corner. I promise how to learn to cook something. I promise to laugh with you, and I promise to cry with you. I promise to try to learn something more and more about plumbing so I know what the heck you're talking about when you come home from work. I promise to lift you up when you're feeling down. I promise to try to believe that you're not a dog person, as you say, when I catch you having deep conversations alone with my dog, Guido Francesco Mazzoni, and researching the healthiest bones to buy for him. I promise to always value that spark between us. I promise to always have your back always, as you are the most important person in my life. I promise to love you for who you are and for who you are yet to become. I love you, Brian Richard Koob, Brian R. Koob, and I promise to make sure you know that for the rest of our lives.
Now, Brian, would you take the ring, Courtney's ring, and put it on her finger and repeat after me with this ring.
With this ring,
I thee wed.
I thee wed.
This is a symbol
This is a symbol
of my eternal love for
of
you.
my eternal love for you.
Courtney. With this ring,
With this ring,
I thee wed.
I thee wed.
This is a symbol
Come on.
This, hold on just a second. This is a symbol
of my eternal love for you.
of my eternal love for you.
Now, if you'll hold hands and face me, I'm going to start with you, Courtney. Do you agree to take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband, to love him, comfort him, support him, stay by him, and even cuddle him during the best of times and during the worst of times until death do you part?
I do.
Ryan, do you agree to take this woman to be your lawfully wedded wife? To love her, comfort her, support her, stay by her, and even to cuddle her during the best of times and the worst of times until death do you part?
I do.
By the power invested in me by the Constitution and the laws of the state of Illinois, I hereby declare you husband and wife. Mr. and Mrs. Ryan and Courtney Koob. Kiss the bride.
Baby, it's been a long day, baby. Things ain't been going my way, you know I need you here. You clear my mind all the time. And baby, the way you move me, it's crazy. It's like you see right through me and make it easier. You please me, you don't even have to try. Oh, because you are the best thing. You are the best thing. You are the best thing ever happened to me. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Na, 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 na.
Ladies and gentlemen,
In this context, there's no disrespect, so when I bust my rhyme,
let's hear it for, make a lot of noise for the parents. It's Bob and Laura Mueller and Pat Koob. Next, let's hear it for Joanne Neenan, escorted by Connor Carter.
Let's get it started.
let's hear it for Jennifer Koob, escorted by Robert Lyon. Next, let's hear it for Christine and Jennifer Favaro, escorted by Robert Mueller.
Get started, get stupid. Don't worry about it, people will walk you through a step by step like the infinite.
Next, let's make a lot of noise for Marisa Koob, escorted by James Koob.
Everybody, let's get into it. Get started, get started.
Next, let's hear it for the maid of honor, Lindsay Karsh, and best man, Daniel Koob.
Let's get it started. Let's get it started. Let's get it started.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get up on our feet and make a lot of noise for the brand new newlyweds. Let's hear it for the new Mr. and Mrs. Brian and Courtney Koob.
Make some more noise, it's getting quiet! We're gonna set this thing on
Those of you who don't know me, I'm Brian's brother, Danny. I'm excited to be here tonight to celebrate Courtney and Brian. Brian, you are a gem of a human. You're raw, honest, generous, thoughtful, the best gift giver, a shit swimmer, and an excellent brother. Growing up with you was a real treat. Since I can remember, you and I were both interested in the same things. Riding bikes, playing basketball, computer stuff, cars, and poker. I constantly had a partner to shoot hoops with, a pal to cruise around Mark Road with on our dinos and GTs, and just shooting the shit. You made my childhood so special and memorable. As we got older, we had fun playing poker at Rockford Charitable. Mostly losers, but it was still a good time. Chatting cars, sending each other Doug DeMuro videos, and growing at the same rate as technology. Those are all memories I can cherish forever, but if I'm being honest, I'm even more excited about the memories to come. Courtney and Brian, you guys are going to create the best life together. You have accomplished so much as a couple. A remodel, an engagement, a wedding, a Tesla, and a new house. I don't know if that's private knowledge. I think it's safe to say that you're yes people. If you want something, you go for it. Courtney, I'm so happy you said yes to Brian. You bring out the best in him. You've instilled so much confidence and happiness into his life. Thank you for being your terrific self, and welcome to the family. We're glad to have you. Cheers.
Bear with me, I'm a little nervous, but stop sweating, smile. Okay. All right. Hi everyone, for those who haven't met me yet, my name is Lindsay and I'm Courtney's cousin. My earliest memories of Courtney is that she was the random human that my parents tended to abandon me with from time to time. For many years, we have been through thick and thin. We have shared so many great memories. Today is another great day to add to our collection of sweet, sweet memories. So I'm really, really looking forward to the cake. Anyways, before getting to the speech, I want to thank my Uncle Bob. And for those who don't know, I've called Gloria my Uncle Gloria till the day since I was born for hosting this wonderful evening. Pat, we want to thank you for the wonderful rehearsal dinner and for raising such a wonderful son. Where you are. When Courtney first asked me to be her maid of honor, I was extremely flattered. Being my first wedding, I can confidently say I did not realize what I was about to get into. To say that I really did not understand would be a huge understatement. In fact, I actually asked Courtney if it would be a problem if I went to my alumni weekend this weekend, as long as I got back around 3 o'clock, which seemed to me, 5 o'clock wedding, I'd have enough time to get ready. To say the least, I had never even heard of a rehearsal dinner. But I think I definitely made up for it with the bachelorette party. By the way, Rico was a little disappointed he wasn't invited to the wedding. It's fine. As the big day started to approach, I was told I had to give a speech and a toast. I'm kind of the shy type and tried my best to get out of it. But as Brian, Uncle Gloria, and Uncle Bob can tell you, it's almost impossible to tell Courtney no and to get away with it. So here I am, sweating, barely breathing, and trying to smile. So Brian, I first met you while I was studying abroad in the south of France. All the Muellers were over to my house, and we were FaceTiming me to say hi. As they scanned the room, I noticed this random guy sitting in the middle of all my relatives, and proceeded to shout, "Hey, who's the new guy?" Which comically is how Brian affectionately became known as the new guy in our family. So Brian, I also don't know if you realize what you're getting into, but you are now obligated to certain family requirements of the cousins. I won't get into all of them, but the single most important one is our annual Wii tennis tournament on Christmas night. To say that Courtney doesn't take this seriously is a bit of an understatement. It tends to get a little hot in the room while we play, so we often open up the windows to cool down the room. However, on a number of occasions, we've had to close the windows because of some extraordinarily loud screaming and perhaps even a little bit of swearing from your lovely bride. We closed the windows permanently because we feared the neighbors might call the police, believing that someone was getting hurt. The irony of all this is that Courtney loses virtually every single match. Thankfully, the Wii remotes come with wrist straps, otherwise we may have had a few holes in the walls. And yes, Courtney, your Wii remote is always working. It's called user error. Well, I wanted to tell you both how absolutely spectacular you look today. I don't think I've ever seen a better looking couple, except for maybe my brother and whatever girl he decides he's dating for the week. Anyways, I never had a sister. All I have is a brother that tends to pick on me all the time. However, Courtney has been like a sister to me for all these years. Courtney is someone who's kind, generous, caring, and a constant positive light and energy that everyone wants to be around. Someone I can send a picture to of me absolutely sobbing in. Not that that happened very often. What do I got to say, 10, 20 times just this year? Knowing she will call within 20 seconds, usually to say, "What the fuck happened, and who do I need to kill?" Again, this may have only happened a couple times, but it is wonderful to know that she will always be there for me, and I will always be there for her, except when it comes to Wii tennis. I mean, there would be no one else in the world that I would want to be stranded on a jet ski with in the middle of the ocean, surrounded by jellyfish. Courtney, being the calm person she is, did not freak out at all. As Courtney doesn't take no for answer, Connor volunteered to jump in and help us get the jet ski restarted. Today, you and the new guy start a completely new chapter of your life. Brian, the new guy, the only one in the family who will have some drinks with me. Remember the two most important replies to Courtney. "You're right," and "Okay, buy it." Love and cherish each other, have a bit of patience, or maybe even a lot. I wish you two all the love and happiness in the world. We celebrate your love on this beautiful day. To many years ahead of you, let's all raise our glasses to the bride and groom and wish them a lifetime of love and happiness.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll have another toast here from the bride's brother, Robbie Mueller.
Testing. Okay, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Robbie. I am Courtney's older brother, or as my parents now refer to me as, the older unmarried one. Thank you very much. I can guarantee you my mother has already asked who the single ladies are this evening. Leave it alone, Gloria. I'm 37, live in LA, work in the entertainment business, which means I have at least 23 more years until I marry someone a third my age. Let me live. Anyway, my sister asked if I would give a speech tonight, to which I said, sure. As I started writing this little speech, I thought to myself, I cannot believe my little sister is getting married in 30 minutes. Just kidding, I wrapped this up just after my roast beef sandwich at lunch. Shout out to the lovely people at Sunset Foods, they make a great sandwich. So I sort of knew that Courtney and the Koob would work out before ever talking to him or meeting him in person. You see, as adults do these days, Courtney would go out on the occasional date with different people she met via some app or online dating. Usually in my catch-up calls with my parents, they would provide some details about the guy and the date. Did it go well? Was he a dud? So on and so forth. However, there was an air of mystery surrounding these two. The information that I was given was that Courtney went on a date with the Koob. They didn't call him the Koob, I do. And they spent hours together at this restaurant, which we all know, I think 8 to be exact. Which seemed to be very positive. You know, I knew they had gone on some other dates, and so I asked my parents again, how did it go? And they were very short with me. They were like, yeah, fine, and changed the subject. I quickly realized why they were doing that. They knew it was going well and they didn't want to jinx it. Then I flew home and met Brian for the first time. I saw how he and my sister interacted. My sister had a calmness and ease about her that I quite literally have never seen. I mean, Corey, you're not a calm person. It's working now, but... as the night went on, I made eye contact with my mother and father and gave the nod. As if to communicate, it's a wrap. We got him. And now we're here. I'm going to share a few things, Brian, the Koob, that you get with my sister Courtney. Some good, some workable, and maybe some advice. For starters, she's very smart. She always has been good in school. Yeah, no one cares, okay? She's fiercely loyal to her friends and family. Anyone who knows her knows that. She's even very loyal to previous homes that we've lived in. Let me give you a little example. My sister and I spent our formative years at 27 Overlook Drive. Yeah, shut up. Which is down the street from where Mom and Dad currently live. They wanted to get a ranch house because that's what old people do. And my reaction was great. New house, looks good. Congratulations, enjoy it. My sister, she's never forgiven my parents for this decision. So much so that to date, when driving past our old home at 27 Overlook Drive, without fail, my sister extends her arm and flips the new owners the bird. And when asked why, she says, and I quote, "Those assholes stole our house." And Court, they may have some questionable landscaping choices over there now.
Oh my God, yeah.
Especially that tall, swirly little Big Bird thing in the middle. What even is that? I don't know. Awful. But they bought the house fair and square, so give it up. She won't. Courtney is very assertive, as our friend Robbie Silver mentioned in his speech at last night's rehearsal dinner. My sister saved my dad's life simply by asking anyone and everyone if they knew of someone who was willing to donate their kidney. There wasn't a human being that my sister came across that didn't know of our father's kidney failure. And as a result, through some miracle, my father was able to receive a kidney from a selfless 23-year-old young woman named Stephanie, who literally called Courtney's co-worker in LA, asked him if he knew anyone that needed a kidney because she just wanted to donate hers. The co-worker, probably in utter shock from the phone call he had just received, had forgotten about my father's situation. However, the rest of Courtney's co-workers, because she's loudmouth, reminded him quickly of our situation. The rest is history. And none of that would be possible without Courtney being who she is. She also loves tradition, and don't you dare break it. You open Christmas gifts in the morning of Christmas, and that's final. You've also married someone who can quote every line from the TV show Friends, which is useful. I wrote this at lunch, so. She's a great planner. Who else could pull off organizing a wedding along with our wonderful mother within the same year of being engaged during an unprecedented global pandemic? Lastly, Brian, she will be your biggest fan and hype you up even for your smallest accomplishments. I know this because she's done the same for me my entire life. The Koob. Here's what I know about you. You have a sweet, sweet car. That thing is sick. It's like an Apple store on wheels. You're super supportive of not only my sister, but me as well. I remember driving in that sweet, sweet vehicle of yours a few months ago and seeing your Spotify music playlist pop up containing songs from different artists that I work with. And whether they sang the song or they wrote the song for someone else, you had it in your playlist. And some of those songs aren't even that good. But they're very nice. We should probably talk about some of the other songs you have in the playlist, but that's for another day. This is at lunch, sorry. Number 3, and this might be the most important one, to me at least. You've officially taken over as the one who helps my parents with all technology-related issues. Since you are here on the ground. Those who know me know that I'm generally a calm individual, and I love my parents to death. But a rage develops inside of me that is indescribable in these moments. I'm talking to someone about it, but bottom line, thank you for helping. You're very funny, love the dry sense of humor. It's definitely my speed, if you can't tell. But most of all, you make my sister the happiest I've ever seen her. Cue tears from Courtney and Bob. No? Damn it. Should have had the turkey sandwich. This is the portion of the speech where I think I'm supposed to give some marriage advice. But as previously mentioned, I'm single, live in Hollywood, work in entertainment, and there's a slight chance that my future wife hasn't even been born yet. So there's that. Gross, Robbie. It's show business. I don't like the rules. That being said, I don't think you need any advice. After the rehearsal dinner last night, my dad said to my mom and me in the most sincere tone, I cannot imagine Brian and Courtney not being together. A simple statement to which I can only nod in agreement once again. So to that, everyone please raise your glass to the Uno partners for life. By the way, who plays Uno with 2 people? It's the weirdest thing. Courtney, I love you and I'm so happy for you. The Koob, welcome to the family, bro. Cheers.
I'm just here to hold his papers.
You'll be able to take it off. Rob, thanks. Real happy to follow you. That was really wonderful of you. I want to welcome all of you here tonight to basically, especially people who came a long way, to celebrate this great day for Courtney and Ryan and to merge our families together. We're very happy about that. Also, I want to thank Judge Tom Mulroy, who did the officiating today. Wonderful job, Tom. Thank you. And of course, Kyra and Anthony for your rendition of that song. That was unbelievable. The other thing I want to do is celebrate the people who are not here with us tonight, especially Brian's father, Richard, who together with Pat obviously raised 4 wonderful children. Brian has enriched our family since Courtney first introduced us to him. Very happy that they have merged. I refer to Courtney and... What? Lucky she's pretty. I refer to Courtney and Brian as the high five couple. I don't know if you've seen them in action, but it's basically they are not only in love with each other, but they're each other's best friend. They, I'm pretty sure they're high-fiving now as I speak, at least. Please cherish that friendship because that'll get you through a lot, okay? My biggest bonding session with Courtney is that both of us are too sentimental. We cry too much. I think we taught Kimberly how to do that. And I told them the biggest day was with Robbie, my son, who spoke before me, basically said, the day that we got the call from LA, and literally, Courtney did ask every one of her clients if they would give me a kidney. One of the, excuse me, one of the co-workers is here tonight, came from what, North Carolina? 2 of them? Oh, 2 came. Okay, so there's one more. And they can tell you that it is a true story. This girl called, we talked to this girl, Stephanie, and that night we talked to her. She agreed to come to Chicago in December to meet with us. Now, a lot of people, love Chicago in December, and, but that was like the stipulation we had to go through because of you can't pay for anybody and all that stuff. So I always do. By the way, you can see my notes. It's redacted by Gloria, my wife. So, you understand that? So when Courtney sold those tickets, she would always ask people. And that one day, when we talked to Stephanie, 23 years old, she said she was doing it because her father donated one to her grandfather. And she's always wanted to do this. Actually, Joe Town, my brother-in-law and sister-in-law, Joe and Dee Dee, came with us to Stephanie's wedding in Tennessee. We looked like the Beverly Hillbillies pulling up. We rented a big van and all of us there. And believe it or not, Courtney was the maid of honor there too. So she's been family since February 23rd of 2016. Oh, God. Now I have no idea where I am. I also wanted to bring up that I did have one other young man who was in the bullpen warming up his kidney, George Miller. George, if you'd raise your hand. He was one test away from doing that. So, pardon me? Oh, I thought George spoke. I would let him speak anytime. He got a nice $15,000 physical for that.
Oh my God, Bob.
I love that. I love that. That's when I speak to them. Okay. You know what? Why don't you talk? The other thing, Courtney is very big on crying. She loves people crying. So it's probably the most redeemable part about her. If you could help out tonight, and when she comes over to pretend she knows you and thank you at each table, if you would pay attention and just put a finger in your water glass and dot your eyes, this will make her night. She absolutely loves it. And Brian, you're in for, did you cry? Did it make you cry? She already did it tonight at the rehearsal, right? So, doing that before? Unbelievable. And I want to tell her the other thing we have in common is reality TV. And Gloria's too sophisticated for reality TV, okay? But Courtney and I, and now Brian, love it, so the three of us will bond. And I just want to let you know, probably the worst day in our life is when they cancel Bachelor in Paradise. And when that happens, if they do that, we'll get together, okay? Brian, I have a great deal of confidence in you that I know you will be Courtney's rock. You both know your moms, both of you, and I will do anything to help you at any time you want. But Brian, I know you're going to stand up to this, and I really appreciate that. And now, I know we've had toast before, but to change it up a little bit, if everybody would just raise their hand up in the air and give each other person at the table a high five in honor of Courtney and the high five couple. Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh. Excellent. Oh, seriously, thank you for listening to my husband, Bob. Excellent father and husband. So I will be very brief. When Courtney was a little girl, and not starting from when she was a little girl to give you all the things that she did, but when she was a little girl, many of you know this, when she was frustrated with me, she would say to me, "Mom, you're making me a headache." So I use that many times with my students, with my friends, with my family, many times with Bob. And it works because it kind of gets right to the heart of things, right to the point. So fast forward when she went on this date a couple of years ago with this young man, or looking for this young man in the Glen, at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and you've all heard this story from various sources. At 3 in the afternoon, she went and said, "I'll be back, I'm sure, who knows?" And it was 5 o'clock, and it was 7 o'clock, and it was 9 o'clock, and it was 10 o'clock, and I thought, maybe she has been captured into white slavery. Because a lot of people get captured into white slavery in the Glen, in Glenview. I've heard of that, sometimes it could happen. But then when I met Brian and I saw them together, I realized that the only thing that was captured by Brian was Courtney's heart. And that was true.
That was good. That was good.
You think you're the only one, Rob? I don't think so. So, when I met Brian, I realized what a kind, loving, compassionate, wonderful young man Pat and his father Richard raised. He has been just a gem as part of our family, and how lucky we are that Pat is going to share him with us, not only as her son, but now we get him as a second son, but as our son-in-law. And we're so happy to have him as a member of our family. And I hope that you are just as happy to have quiet Courtney as a member of your family. Yeah, no, it's all good. And you know, Bob alluded to this, and well, no, he tried to, but he was so off point he forgot. Yeah, I know, exactly. Pat alluded to this very eloquently at the shower that my sisters gave. She said that they were asking for advice for a successful marriage, and Pat said that advice for a successful marriage is make sure that you are all always friends. And Brian and Courtney are absolutely friends. And so we want to make sure that that stays, that they stay friends forever. And I think they will. I know they will, because I can tell that they have been friends from the start. So if you would absolutely raise, now that you've all gotten COVID and from what Bob asked you to do, if you would raise your glasses and say to the friends, to healthy and happy and joyful. Make sure you have joy in your lives, and I know you will, because you are joyful and wonderful young people. To Courtney and Brian, lovely, wonderful couple. We love you. Congratulations to Courtney and Brian.
Hi, everyone. This is going to be our 15th speech of the night, so don't worry. We got 5 more going up. Thank you guys so much for spending this incredible day with us. I hope everyone cried, as we all know I really love. But I hope really that everybody enjoyed each other, are enjoying each other now. Dance your faces off tonight. I want you to sing, dance, just like Kyra and Anthony, like started the party. Eat like champions, because we deserve it after COVID. And this has been the best day of my life, hands down, and we're so lucky to share it with everyone that we love and adore, near and far. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, what she said. Thank you all. Basically what she said. Also, if there's something you want to hear these guys play on piano, tell them. They'll play it. It'll be amazing.
And also, most importantly, I want to thank our parents, Pat, for a gorgeous, gorgeous rehearsal dinner last night, and my parents for this incredible wedding. Amazing speeches that were from the left field, but we loved it, and truly captured the essence of our family. So, have a wonderful night. Thank you so much for making us the people that we are. We are so lucky to have you, and let's party.
All right, well, we'll get into the dances here. Everyone focus their attention to the dance floor. Courtney and Brian will share their first dance.
Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Oh, would it be a sin? Oh, if I can't help falling in love with you. Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. whole life too. All for I can help falling in love with you. Oh, like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Won't take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you. Oh, for I can't help falling in love with you.
All right, next, we have the father-daughter dance here. Courtney will dance with her dad, Bob.
I'm gonna cry, guys. Let's get it going.
Not gonna work out. Rock 'em out.
It's starting, you guys. Get a lot of pictures.
20 seconds.
There's two things I know for sure. She was sent here from heaven, and she's daddy's little girl. As I drop to my knees by her bed at night, she talks to Jesus, and I close my eyes, and I thank God for all of the joy in my life. Oh, but most of all, for butterfly kisses after bedtime prayer, sticking little white flowers all up in her hair. Walk beside the pony, Daddy, it's my first ride. I know the cake looks funny, Daddy, but I sure tried. Oh, and all that I've done wrong, I must have done something right to deserve a hug every morning and butterfly kisses at night.
Let's hear for Bob and Courtney. All right, and then Brian will dance with his mom, Pat.
There are places I remember all my life, though some have changed, some forever, not for better. Some have gone, and some remain. All these places had their moments with lovers and friends. I still can recall. Some are dead and some are living. In my life, I've loved them all. But of all these friends and lovers, there is no one compares with you. And these memories lose their meaning when I think of love as something new. Though I know I love you more. I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before. I know I'll often stop and think about them. My life, I love you more. In my life, I love you more.
All right. So everybody stay seated for dessert. Thank you very much.
I saw I came, I conquered, or should I say I saw I conquered, I came. This little chico on fire, he no lie. Well, y'all slipping, he's running the game. Now big bang boogie, get that kitty little nigga in a nice little shave. I gave Susie a little pat up on the booty and she turned around and said, walk this way. Mama said that every word was my name. I'm the best you ever had. Fireball. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but never care what I say. Cause as the world turns, y'all boys gon' learn that this chico right here don't play. That boy's from the bottom of the map, MIA, USA. I gave Susie a little pat up on the booty and she turned around and said, walk this way.
Your turn. Louder. Scream real loud. Shake it up, baby. Shake it up, baby. Twist and shout. Twist and shout. Come on, baby. Now. Come on, baby. Come on and look it on now, baby. Look it on now. Shake it, baby. Shake it up, baby. Shake it, baby. Shake it up, baby. All right. I'm rocking and roll. Still like that old time rocking and roll. It's the kind of music that soothes the soul. Reminisce about the days ago. With that old time rocking and roll. Don't try to keep me too tame.
have no idea what that is. Catch my memory back there low. Sometimes I'm overcome, thinking about making love in the green, green grass behind the stadium with you. Brown-eyed girl, you're my brown-eyed girl. Do you remember when? Oh, we used to sing sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Sing it again. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. So I'm on my way. Now that I'm on my own. Saw you just the other day. My, how they have grown. Guess we never back and low. Say sometimes I'm overcome, thinking about making love in the green grass behind that stadium with you. What about Soldier Field? Brown-eyed girl, you're my brown-eyed girl. Do you remember when we used to sing sha-la-la-la-la? Let's have blue-eyed people sing it. Sha-la-la-la-la. Just the blue-eyed. How about the green-eyed people sing it? Come on. Sha-la-la-la-la. How about brown-eyed people sing it? Sha-la-la-la-la. How about people who are going to have red eyes later? Come on. Sha-la-la-la. Oh, everybody. La-ti-da. La-ti-da. All right, let's hear it for the dancers. What I say. Tell your mama, tell your pa, gonna send you back to Arkansas. All right. Hey, hey. All right now. What I say. Let's do the fun part. Here we go. Come on, everybody. I said, hey. I said, whoa. I said, hey, hey, oh, oh, hey, hey, oh, oh. It's alright, it's alright, it's alright, it's alright, it's alright, yeah. What I say, when you see me a misery, oh, maybe now see about me, alright. Hey, hey, alright now. What I'll say, let's do the fun part once again, even louder. I said, hey, hey. I said, ho, oh. I said, hey, ho, hey, ho. It's alright, it's alright, it's alright, alright now. What I'll say. Come on. Shake that thing, shake that thing. Come on, shake that thing. Come on, shake that thing. Come on, shake that thing. All right now, what I'll say. All right, okay, let's hang on. We got a lot of people on the dance floor. They got to watch, the bride and the groom and the parents do a slow dance. So everybody gets to do a slow dance. Before your touch, hold it tight. And time goes by. till me. I need your love. God speak your love to me. Lonely river slow to the sea. Lonely river slow to the sea. Yeah, I'll be coming home. Wait for me, wait for me. I'll be coming home, wait for me. Oh, my love, our love, oh, time on you. Still God speak your love to me. All right. Touching me, touching you. Here we go. Sweet Caroline. Come on. Good times never seem so good. That's right. I've been inclined to believe it never would. Now I look at the things, and it all seems so lonely. Keeping it up with only two. Way more than that. And when I hurt, and when he hurt, Turner runs off my shoulders. How can I hurt when I'm with you? Get those hands up again. Here we go. But this time, everybody needs to touch the bride. Everybody find the bride. She's on the dance floor. Grab the bride. Put your hand on the bride. Everybody's gonna do it. Touching you. All right. Sweet Caroline. Good times never seem how good. Pretty darn good. I've been inclined to believe it never would. Sweet Caroline. All right, we're going to make this a one-song warning for the bouquet toss. One-song warning for the bouquet toss. You know what that song means. Come on, all single ladies. Come on out here. Any single ladies, come on. She needs someone to throw this thing to. Come on. All right. Are we going to have to start pulling them out of the crowd? All right, yes, she's calling people to the floor. She should not have to call people to the floor. Single ladies. All right, we got more. All right, we got a few. Can we get to 10? Can we get to 10? We got like 5. We got... All right, are you ready? All right, are you gonna count? Are we ready? Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, to it. All right.
for our bouquet toss winner. All right, we're going to move on to the next segment of our show. Brian is here. He's hovering. He's hovering. All right, let's hear it for Brian and Courtney, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's take care of some business here. All right, guys, got to line up now. All the single guys? All the single guys. All the single guys. We need more. Hey, there's only 4. Now there's only 3. I think there's 4. There's 4. Can we get a few more? You want a few more? Are you ready? Oh, we got more. We can probably get a couple more. Are you satisfied? 5? All right. Let's roll. Let's do it. All right, let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. We have a winner. Yeah.
No, I won't be afraid. Oh, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. If the sky
Let's do 1 year. 1 year.
should tumble and fall, or the mountain should crumble to the sea, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. And darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand now. Stand by me.
5 years. 5 years. 5 years. All right, let's go 10 years, 10 years. On to the next song, on to the next song with 10 years or more. More than 10 years. There's another song coming. 10 years.
And the first time you touched me, I felt love. And all this time, you're still the one I love. Looks like
15 years. 15. Years. 17. You weren't expecting it. Just gotta get more money. Let's go with 20 years, 20 years. Get back on the even increments of 5. 20 years, 20 years. We got a few songs left, so. All right, 22 years. I said it, 22 years. 22 years. All right.
I see just the raindrops fall and the beauty of it all when the sun comes shining.
I'm gonna start getting aggressive here.
To make those rainbows in my mind when I think of you sometime, and I want to spend some time with you. Just the two of us.
Yeah.
We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Building castles in the sky. Just the two of us. You and I.
30 years. 30 years. 30, I know. Now everybody hates me.
We gotta go for all we do. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Building them castles in the sky. Just the two of us. You and I.
Everything is honest. The white man, everything. I wish I was playing that myself.
35 years. All right, 40 years. No. 40. Blame it on this guy.
Darling, when the morning comes and I see the morning sun, I want to be the one with you. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Building big castles way on high. Just the two of us. You and I.
Let's go 45 years. 40? No, are you? Well, 45. We got 2 more songs to go. We got 2 more songs to go. We have to try. Sure. All right, 50 years. 50 years. Count them. I just showboat. Isn't this fun? Let's go 55. 55. What happened? All right, I think we have a winner. We have a winner. Let's hear it for the winners. All right, finish this one out. Come on. Let's stay together. Come on.
Just can't see you never do that to me. It's me around you is all I see. It's what I want.
All right, let's hear it for our winners, ladies and gentlemen. All right.
Like a fool, I went and stayed so long. Now I'm wondering if your love is still strong. Oh, baby, here I am, signed, sealed, delivered on your cross. Yeah. And that's how I went and said goodbye. Now I'm wondering, I'm ashamed to cry. Oh, baby, here I am, signed, sealed, delivered on your cross. Yeah. Here I am, baby, signed, sealed, delivered on your future in your hand. Here I am. chugga motion like a railway train now. Come on, baby, do the locomotion. Feeling happy when you're feeling blue. Feeling like your sister too. Come on, do the locomotion with me. Gotta swing your hips down. Come on, baby, jump up, ooh, jump back. Come on, baby, do the locomotion with me. This is a very long locomotion train. Yeah, 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 yeah. Locomotion with me. Come on, ride a train and ride it. Come on, ride the train. It's the choo-choo train. Come on, ride the train and ride it. Alright, is the train back at the station? Come on, do the locomotion with